come a long way in Iowa over the last 9 months. When we began, we were 40, 50 points behind. Right now, it's virtually a tie. In my view, we will win tonight if the turnout is high. We will struggle if the turnout is low.
You know, everybody realizes that we're being run by a machine that's being run by Wall Street, by Big Farm, by Monsanto, by many big, boo. And it is difficult. And there's one man who miraculously has managed, and this may be the only man that can come up through the system, through the pipeline, unscathed, unsold, and pure. And we now have the opportunity to make that man our choice for the President of the United States.
Yeah, we are taking on Wall Street and the economic establishment. Yeah, we're taking on the political establishment. Yeah, we're taking on the media establishment. But that is the establishment that has to be taken on. If we are going to create the country that our people deserve. I am delighted to be here with you tonight in Mason City. My opponent is not in Iowa tonight. She is raising money from a Philadelphia investment firm. Frankly, I would rather be here with you.
On the Democratic side, the Fox News decision desk, based on all available data, is now classifying Iowa's Democratic presidential caucuses as too close to call. And in that speech by Hillary Clinton, she did not declare victory. She did not talk about where she is in this race. She said this is a big sigh of relief, and she will continue to fight.
Thank you. Iowa, thank you. Nine months ago, we came to this beautiful state. We had no political organization. We had no money, we had no name recognition, and we were taking on the most powerful political organization in the United States of America. Secretary Clinton does represent the establishment. I represent, I hope, ordinary Americans, and by the way, who are not all that enamored with the establishment, but I am very proud to have people like Keith Ellison and Raul Grijalva in the House, the co-chairman of the House Progressive Caucus.
Bernie Sanders says his campaign is taking on the political establishment because you're part of the establishment. Are you?
Well, I have to say I didn't understand that at all. I really don't understand what he means by that.
But are you the establishment?
I just don't understand what that means. He's been in Congress. He's been elected to office a lot longer than I have. I was in the Senate for 8 wonderful years representing New York. He's been in the Congress for 25. And so I'll let your viewers make their own judgment.
How were you treated at the convention?
We were not treated very nice at all. Hillary Clinton commercial the entire week, and also they were very aggressive with us and trying to just like shut us up. They just weren't kind at all. Like, we were just dismissed the whole time.
What was the message that you left the convention with?
The message that I left with, and what I think a lot of people left with, were that people left of the Democratic establishment are not welcome into the party. And it was perfectly clear, I mean, throughout the primaries and at the convention, that people like us that are more on the left side of the spectrum are not welcome, having our voices heard because they're more progressive than majority of the people elected into office right now.
Do you think that the convention was also rigged, as well as the state being rigged and the whole country being rigged?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we had so much momentum and we did so well in so many states, but the superdelegates really did push it over the edge. And people before Bernie even came out saying that he was going to run for president, people had already said that they were going to be delegates for Hillary. So it just felt like a losing battle, but I mean, we were fighting hard to have our voices heard and our communities heard and talk about like the issues, but it was really a fixed thing. I think we did pretty dang good despite all those challenges.
What are your thoughts on the coin tosses that allegedly won the state for Hillary?
I don't think coin tosses are proof of like democratic options. I don't know. It's just like a chance thing. And it was just like, so what it boiled down to, since we're a caucus state, delegates are elected. And if Hillary and Bernie had the same amount of delegates, it would go to a coin flip to see who would win that precinct. And so the coin flips determined who got that extra delegate. And apparently I think there were 6 of them or so. All of them went to Hillary Clinton somehow. I don't think it's very democratic.
Who did you vote for in the general election?
I proudly voted my conscience and my values, and I voted for Jill Stein, and I don't regret it. I voted my values, and I think that if people would stop playing politics like some type of strategic game, because it's our lives, okay? It's our lives on the line. And if we don't vote our values and we continue to play this, I'm going to vote against this person rather than voting for someone, we're just going to continue to add to the corruption that is already in our politics. So whenever people vote against another candidate, you can't be mad whenever they get elected because you voted for them. Your anti-vote or whatever doesn't translate over into, I was voting for, people might say I was voting for Hillary Clinton because I hate Trump, but it's a vote for Hillary means a vote for her, not an anti-Trump thing. So it's just a mess. I think people should vote their values and their conscience, and if we could do that and people would stop playing some type of strategic game, that we would have a more representative democracy than we do currently.
What did you experience after the initial walkout?
Well, I was heartbroken, and I think that because there's that video of me crying, and I think that a lot of people were able to sort of identify with the pain and all the hard work that we had put into this campaign. It's our campaign, our revolution, and just to be sort of pushed aside and forgotten, or I don't know. It was really sad. I was definitely upset for quite some time, and then turned that sadness into, motivation and passion and, being angry. And so getting out on the streets, building communities, still involved in electoral politics, but I don't think electoral politics are an end to, meeting all of our needs and addressing challenges. So I say people should be involved in their communities in addition to electoral politics.
Because I'm going to film it.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. All right. My name is Mitch Thompson. I am the precinct chairman of Hardin Township in Johnson County, Iowa. We are vying for one delegate, and we have a tie at 29 and 29. We cannot resolve the vote. 30 is the viability number for the single delegate. So at this point, I will ask Senator Kevin Kenney to flip the coin. Please come observe. The front of the coin is Father of our country, George Washington. The back is the schoolhouse, which is the coin from the state of Iowa. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Eric Johnson, the Senator Sanders Precinct Chair, Captain.
Julie Brerecht. I'm Precinct Captain for Hillary Clinton.
All right. And we have the coin. And do you mind if ladies call it?
No.
All right.
Doesn't matter. 50-50.
Folks, we are about to flip the coin. The precinct chair or the captain for Hillary will call it in the air. Heads is George Washington. Tails is the little schoolhouse for the state coin of Iowa. Call it in the air.
No. Okay.
It is tails. The tie has been broken by coin flip and will go to Bernie Sanders for the delegate. Thank you very much.
Tails. Hillary. You got the extra delegate. You get the extra one. Hillary gets the fifth one. What? That's how it works. Coin flip.
Coin flip.
Yeah. So our official delegate for this precinct is Hillary Clinton. It was very, very close. People, remember, this is a caucus. It was very, very close. It was called by a coin toss.